So Leclerc's opened the steering and made sure that he has a little bit of space for Hamilton, who's almost rear-ending him.
He won't give up. Amazing commitment from Lewis Hamilton. Hamilton looking like his former self. Charles Leclerc gets by.
I hope I have your curiosity and now have your attention. Welcome to another episode of Jimmy B Bricks. Before we get into this build, let's go over some quick facts. These two helmets are part of LEGO's new LEGO Edition Formula 1 lineup, giving fans brick-built display pieces based on the real Ferrari helmets of Charles Leclerc and Lewis Hamilton. Now, let's tune in at the shop. Now with the facts out the way, let's dump these paper bags out and get into the little magic sorting. We got 7 numbered bags in the box plus a sticker sheet, and LEGO actually includes a few spares, which I always appreciate, especially being a display piece. Let's take a quick look at the man behind the helmet. Charles Leclerc, number 16, has been Ferrari's golden boy since 2019. He came into Formula 1 with GP3 and Formula 2 championships already on his resume. And once he got into Ferrari, he became known for his crazy qualifying speeds, pole positions, and putting that red car right in front. And in 2024, he finally got his dream win, winning at home at Monaco. As a Ferrari fan, this was a pretty easy pickup for me. I like that LEGO gave us something a little different from the usual race cars. 2 display helmets based on Charles Leclerc and Lewis Hamilton, with the plaques and minifigs included. It's simple, but it makes a nice addition to the Ferrari side of the collection. This is the point where the build starts making sense. Once you compare it to the real helmet, you can see how LEGO tried to translate the shape, the colors, and graphics into something that still works with bricks. Now we get the visor, and I'll say this, I don't usually mind stickers, especially when they help add detail to a set, but since this visor is a new molded piece, I do wish LEGO had printed it. For a display helmet, that front visor is one of the first things your eyes goes to, so having that already printed would have made this a little bit more premium. This was a nice touch. This back section is where the helmet starts feeling more complete. The front is always going to be the main focus, but I like that LEGO carry the colors and graphics around the back, so when you compare it to the real helmet, it doesn't feel like they just care only about the front view. From the side, the helmet really starts to come together. You get the full profile, and this is probably the angle where the brick build shaping shows off the best. Now, before we get into the second set, let's take a closer look at the minifig included. We have, of course, Charles Leclerc, with the front and back torso printing wearing his race suit. And let's not forget the extra pieces. Let's grab number 44. This set also comes in 7 bags. Taking a closer look at the driver, Lewis Hamilton doesn't really need an introduction. 7-time world champion, record-breaking race winner, and one of the biggest names in Formula 1 has ever had. After building a legendary career with Mercedes, he made his move to Ferrari, and now the iconic 44 is wearing red. Out of the two, Hamilton's helmet caught my attention a little bit more at first. It's brighter and it has more contrast. And Lewis always has some pretty bold helmet designs over the years. And once the shape starts coming together, the real helmet comparison makes the design make a lot more sense. The yellow, the Ferrari red, and the overall profile all start to connect. The red visor is really a nice touch here. Against the yellow helmet, it pops immediately, and it gives the whole build a sharper, more aggressive look. And once again, as I mentioned before, although I prefer printed in this case, I accept their spirit sticker option in case of a mishap. The design for both helmets were pretty similar. For the most part, the structure, the base, and the way the helmet comes together follow the same idea. So if you build one, the second one does feel familiar, but I wouldn't say it felt boring or overly repetitive. If anything, the second helmet actually felt a little bit smoother because you already understand how LEGO wants the shape to come together. You kind of know what to expect, and then the different colors and sticker details help give each helmet its own look. LEGO notes the helmet design was inspired by Lewis Hamilton's F1 helmets over the years. Now let's take a closer look at the minifig included. We finally get a Lewis Hamilton minifigure, and the same as Charles, sporting his own race suit. Well, there you have it, both helmets. And this is where these sets really make sense to me, and it's adding it to the F1 display. Like I got them sitting on one each side of my LEGO Ferrari F1 Technic car sitting inside a wicked brick case. And honestly, they fit right in. And let's not forget the extra pieces. Now, let's cue that photo shoot. Subscribe to my imagination as I share my LEGO builds ranging from Speed Champion sets, Marvel, Star Wars, or even custom design, with a focus on race cars, garage builds, and some from my favorite movies and shows. Well, that's our cue, and don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button, even share this with a brickhead, and be sure to watch us on other platforms for videos, photos, and LEGO news. Hope I earn your attention. Stay tuned for the next one.